This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. Dear students, in the previous session of vectors, we have talked about one type of product of two vectors, and that was dot product of two vectors. In this session, we will talk about cross product of two vectors. Cross product of two vectors. This cross product of two vectors is also known as vector product. Vector product. We will learn this later on. Why do we say vector product? And if you remember the dot product, there we said scalar product. First of all, how do we denote this cross product? Representation. The cross product is denoted by P cross Q. P is one vector, Q is another vector. If I take two vectors P and Q in this manner, and theta is the angle from P to Q, theta is the angle between the tails of the two vectors. The definition of this cross product is magnitude of vector P, magnitude of vector Q into sine theta with a unit vector n cap. N cap or eta cap, you can say. Unit vector n cap is perpendicular to both to vector P and vector Q. Since this vector is perpendicular to both P and Q, it will be perpendicular to plane formed by vector P and vector Q. Now, its direction will be either inside the plane or outside the plane. To find the direction, it is very important, students, please note, to find the direction, different rules are there, but we will use right hand thumb rule. What did I say? Right hand thumb rule. Please try to use this rule with me. Try to draw two vectors on paper, P and Q. Angle is given as theta. You stretch the right palm and put your stretched right palm perpendicular to the plane. Perpendicular to the plane made by this vector P and Q in such a manner that the fingers are along vector P. That is the first vector, because we have written P cross Q. So you have to keep fingers along vector P. For example, if I take this, these are the fingers and this is our thumb. Now you can see the fingers are along the vector P. Now close your fingers in such a manner the fingers will move towards Q. Fingers will move towards Q. And your thumb, that is, you can see in this case, is above the plane. So this thumb will tell you the direction of n cap. Direction of n cap means direction of P cross Q. But if it is Q cross P, if it is Q cross P, then you have to put your stretched right palm perpendicular to plane in such a manner that fingers are along vector Q, because now your first vector is Q. Now if you close your fingers, the fingers will move towards P, and your thumb in that case will be where? Down the plane, inside the plane, and that will be the direction of Q cross P. I hope you have understood this concept. Now I will talk about important points of cross product. Important points of cross product. First of all, as you see, the cross product is having a unit vector, and that is why the cross product is a vector quantity, and due to this we call this as vector product. So cross product is actually a vector product. Now as we have shown, P cross Q and Q cross P, they have different directions. So they are not equal. If they are not equal, we will write P cross Q not equal to Q cross P. So cross product here, it does not follow commutative law. This is not followed here. While in the dot product, It was correct. Point number next. Now, if vectors are in unit vector notation, for example, vector P, if I take Px I cap, Py j cap, Pz k cap, and vector Q as Qx I cap, Qy j cap, Qz k cap, then P cross Q will be Px I cap, Py j cap, Pz k cap into Qx I cap, Qy j cap, Qz k cap. So I'll multiply the first term of vector P with all three terms of vector Q. Similarly, second will be multiplied with all three terms. Third will be multiplied with all three terms. And as in the previous case here, the unit vectors will be multiplied. So we need to have the idea here. If it is I cross I, what will be the angle between the two? 0 degree. 0 degree, and in the cross product is sine. So sine 0 will be 0. So I cross I will be 0. J cap cross J cap will be what? 0, because again they are parallel vectors. Similarly, K cross K will be what? 0. But what about I cross J? I cross J, they are what? At 90 degree, and sine 90 is 1. But what will be the direction of the unit vector? I cross J. If you put your right palm, stretched palm and fingers along the x-axis and close your fingers, the fingers will move towards y, the thumb will be in this z direction, means k cap will be the direction. So the cross product of I cap and j cap will give you k cap. Similarly, the cross product of j cap and k cap will give you I cap. And similarly, the cross product of k cap and I cap will give you j cap. Now, remember this as a cyclic way. I write I, j, k this way. So, if it is I cross j, it will be k. If it is j cross k, it will be I. If it is k cross I, it will be j. But if it is j cross I, it will be minus k cap. Got it? Similarly, if it is k cross j, it will be minus I cap. So always use this cyclic method to determine the result. For example, here, when this I cap is multiplied with I cap, it will be 0. But when it is multiplied with J cap, it will become K cap. So it will be what? Px Qy Px Qy k cap. Now I cap when multiplied with k cap. I here, k here, opposite, that is I'll get minus j cap. So it will be what? Minus Px Qz j cap. Similarly, if you multiply the second term, it will be j cap cross I cap. J cross I, it will be minus. So, minus Py Qx k cap. Similarly, I'll write Py Qz I cap plus Pz Qx j cap minus Pz Qy I cap. And when k and k multiplied, you'll get 0. So, I can write P cross Q is equal to Py Qz minus Pz Qy I cap plus Pz Qx minus Px Qz j cap plus Px Qy minus Py Qx k cap. So this is the answer here. Now it is difficult to remember this result. It is difficult, but I will tell you a mathematical way to remember this. Instead of memorizing this, we can use determinants. This you will learn in future in mathematics in details, but here I'll tell you the way to remember this P cross Q. Here two vertical lines, and there will be three rows, or you can say three columns. First row it will be I cap, J cap, K cap, and the second row will be representing vector P, so it will be Px, Py, Pz, and third row will be representing the vector Q, so Qx, Qy, Qz. Now, if we expand this determinant, we will get this. Now, how to expand this? First, I. So, in that case, you close the first row and first column, and you multiply the other numbers in a crossed way and subtract. Cross multiplication and then subtract. So you have closed this, you have closed this, so you PYQZ. PYQZ minus QYPZ. QYPZ. You can see the term is same here. PYQZ, QYPZ, I. Right? Similarly, in the second expansion, we close the second column and the first row, second column and the first row. In that case, you close this and then multiply what? Px with Qz and Qx with Pz and subtract. But here we write minus H and it will be Px Qz minus Qx Pz plus third K. This time you have to close the third column first row and it will be Px Qy minus Py Qx. Now you can see all these terms are matching here. So instead of memorizing this, you can use determinants to get the value. Now I will talk about another important point. We have discussed three important points here. Now the fourth one. Fourth point. Cross product. Does cross product follow distributive law? Let us check. If I write A cross B plus C, if it follows distributive law, then I can write it as A cross B plus A cross C. And to check this, I will take three vectors. For example, vector A as 2i plus j cap, vector B as 3i cap, vector C as I plus 2k cap. So what we do first? First we will find vector B plus vector C. And it comes as 4i cap plus 2k cap. B plus C. You can see 3i plus I, it is 4i plus 2k. B plus C, this way we got. And now A cross B plus C means 2i plus j, 4i plus 2k. If I multiply this first term with the two terms, first it will become 0 because it is I cross I. Second, it will be 4, 2 into 2, 4 and I cross k. If you recall, it was I, j, k. So K cross I will give you J cap. But if it is I cross K, it will be minus J. So it will be minus 4 J cap plus. If I multiply this here, it will become J cross I. Again, you can see it is in reverse direction. So minus 4 K cap. Now j when multiplied with k, it will be this time I and plus I, 2i. So this way A cross B plus C comes as this. Now we have to find first A cross B and then we have to find A cross C. It will be 2i plus j into 3i cap. So it will become J cross I will be minus K, so it will be minus 3K cap. A cross C I can write as 2I plus J cap and I cap plus 2K cap. If you multiply first, it will be I cross I will become 0 and I cross k will be minus j cap. So it will be minus 4 j cap. Now j cross I will be minus k cap. Now j cross k will give you this. Now if you add the two, means A cross B plus A cross C, you will get 2I cap minus 4J cap minus 4K cap. Now match this with this. You can see 2I cap minus 4J cap minus 4K cap. That is why the two are same. Since they are same, we can conclude that the cross product follows what? Distributive law. Now another point. This was the fourth point. Now the fifth point. It does not follow associative law. What is that? A cross B cross C not equal to A cross B cross C. And this also you can prove by taking examples. This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. TestPrepAdda.com provides free audio-visual lectures of different subjects by expert faculties, free online tests prepared by expert faculties to students who are preparing for engineering or medical entrance exams or planning to take exams like KVPY, Olympiad, etc. It provides a platform where students can interact with mentors to improve their performance in the exams. The mission of this online medium is to help students to achieve their goals. Log on to www.testprepadda.com to watch free video lectures on different topics, to download free revision notes, to take free chapter-wise online tests, progressive test, and mock test, to discuss doubts with mentors. Thank you for watching the video. To stay up to date with the latest videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on our Facebook page, Test Prep Adda. All the best.